Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Clayton. I just watched the latest My Little Pony episode, Marks and Recreation. Now, there have been several episodes in the series that have talked about cutie marks and the different interpretations they can have for people. Heck, the season 5 premiere was all about cutie marks being either a good thing or a bad thing when it comes to the pony's differences. But in this episode, it goes over the topic of whether or not having a cutie mark puts you in a box. And it does so in a very good fashion. But let's get to the story, shall we? The story revolves around the Cutie Mark Crusaders as they decide to have a little bit of a training camp for all the blank flanks of Ponyville to see what they're good at and to see if they can get their cutie marks that way. It seems like initially like a really good idea until Thunder Lane's younger brother, Rumble, played by Vincent Tong, shows up and decides that he doesn't want to get his cutie mark because he doesn't want to be put into a box and he doesn't just want to be defined by one thing for his entire life. So he decides to convince the other campers to join his side and form a new camp called Camp Blank Flanks Forever. And this goes pretty much as well as you'd think it would. Now, the story of this episode does bring up a good point when it comes to some people thinking that when you're destined to do something or when you have a job, that job or that one thing that you're interested in the most will be the thing that defines you entirely. The episode does a good job showcasing the message that just because you have one thing or one job that defines you, it doesn't mean that's the only thing that people will remember you for. For example, there's this one pony who loves circle painting and speaking mainly in haikus, showing that there's more to someone than just one personality trait or just one interest. But on top of that, there's a song in the episode called Blank Flanks Forever, and it really does showcase Vincent Tong's singing talent, and as well as it has an interesting chorus. Though, is it me or does it sound a little bit like the song in Our Town from Season 5, just done with a slightly different ideology? I don't want to say that Rumble and Starlight Glimmer have that many similarities as characters, because they don't really have that many, but it's just something that I noticed. Also, since it's been a little bit of time since the most recent Cutie Mark Crusaders episode, I definitely loved the voice acting from Madeline Peters, Claire Corlett, and Michelle Creeper. They've been doing these roles for a while, and their performances are as stellar as always. Heck, even Claire Corlett's voice cracks still get a laugh out of me, so that should let you know how much I like their performances. The animation is pretty good as well, and has a lot of flair, especially during the song sequence. And I do like the fact that they included Thunder Lane, because if you remember him from Hurricane Fluttershy, the thing about this whole show is that it has so many side characters and so many recognizable characters who are one-shots that when they reappear, you can tell the staff's been searching through almost every single resident of Ponyville to find ones to either bring back or ones to give a larger role to. It's hard to do with such a large cast of characters sometimes, you know? Even though the solution for some of these episodes is just to make a completely new character for the audience to look over. But that's fine. The message is pretty strong, and I definitely do believe that it's a message that both kids and adults can take something from. And I do think that this episode, while not being the best overall Cutie Mark Crusaders episode, is a solid addition to the season that goes over a message that a lot of us can really internalize very well. So I give Marks and Recreation an 8 out of 10. See you next time.